Good afternoon. Two-ray ground reflection model. So two-ray ground reflection model, it is a multipath radio propagation model. Two-ray ground reflection model means what? It is a multipath radio propagation model which predict the path losses between a transmitting antenna and a receiving antenna. It predicts the path loss between the transmitting antenna and the receiving antenna when they are in the line of sight. So generally the two antenna each have a different height. The received signal having two components, that is a line of sight component and the reflection component, formed permanently by a single ground reflected wave. So here the diagram for the two-ray ground reflection is shown, including a variable for the two-ray ground reflection propagation algorithm. So from this diagram, uh, the received line of sight component can be considered as R of LOS of t, and the ground reflected component is considered as RGR of t. So the transmitted signal is given by S of t. L here, L is the what? L is the length of direct line of sight. GLO of S, it is a combined antenna gain along with the LOS, that is the line of sight path. Basically the wireless channel is susceptible to a variety of transmission impediments such as the path loss, interference and blockages. So these factors restrict the range, data rate and the reliability of the wireless transmission. So there are some types of path. The extent to which these factors affect the transmission depends upon the environmental conditions and the mobility of the transmitter and the receiver. So the path which is followed by the signal to get to the receiver, there are two types, such as the direct path and other is the multipath. Now direct path means what? The transmitted signal when reaches the receiver directly, then it is called as a direct path. Direct path means what? The transmitted signal when it reaches the receiver directly, it is a direct path, and the components which are present in the signal are called as direct path component. Okay. Then the next is multipath. So the transmitted signal when reaches the receiver through the different directions undergoing a different phenomenon, such a path is termed as a multipath, and the components of the transmitted signal are called as multipath component. Okay. The transmitted signal when reaches the receiver through different directions undergoing a different phenomenon, such a path is called as multipath, and the component of the transmitted signal are called as multipath component. So they are reflected and diffracted and also scattered by the environment. The signal or the component, these are reflected, refracted and scattered by the environment and arrive at the receiver shifted in the amplitude, frequency and the phase with respect to the direct path component. Now, the two-ray model is given here. So, the two-ray model consider the two components we have already discussed, the received signal at the receiver side. So, the one of them is LOS, that is the line of sight component, which is same as transmitted signal propagating in a free space, and other component is reflected component, which transmitted signal reflected from the ground, and it is more useful in the rural area. So, the equation for G of D is given here. Now, if we consider the line of sight path is in between the transmitter and receiver, then expression for the received power becomes complicated. So, if the effect of if the effect of reflections from the earth surface has to be incorporated in the modeling. So, in addition to the line of sight path, a single reflected path is added in the two-ray ground reflection model, which is already shown in the previous diagram, this diagram. Okay. So, this model takes into account the phenomenon of the reflection from the ground and the antenna height above the ground, and the ground surface is characterized by the reflection coefficient, that is R, and it depends on the material properties of the surface and the type of the wave polarization. The transmitter and receiver antennas are of the height, here it is HT, and it is separated by some distance like D. Okay. So, depending on the phase difference, that is phi, between the LOS, line of sight of ray, and a reflected ray, the received signal may suffer a constructive or destructive interference. Hence, this model is called as two-ray interference model. For the distance which is bigger than ht and up to a certain critical distance, then the wave experiences a constructive and destructive interference of the two ray, which results in the wave pattern with the sequence of maxima or minima, and these maxima and minima are also referred to as a small scale or multipath fading. And at the critical distance of the DC, the final maximum is reached, after which the signal power falls off approximately to D4. Now the next is the model and receiver noise competition channel. So, Hatha model, that is this model is a radio propagation model for predicting the path loss of cellular transmission in exterior environment. The valid for microwave frequencies from 150 to 1500 megahertz, and it is an empirical formulation based on the data from the Okumura model and is thus also commonly referred to as the Okumura-Hatha model. So, this model incorporates the graphical information from the Okumura model and it develop it further to realize the effect of diffraction, reflection and scattering caused by the CT structure. So, additionally the Hatha model applies the correction for applications in suburban and rural environment. So, this model refers to a radio propagation model which is based on the Okumura model, and its turn has developed separate model for varying environments. So, Hatha model for urban areas, for suburban areas and for the open areas, and these are more specific model for special use. For example, the cost Hatha model and urban Hatha model was developed by the Corporation Europe Europeanidens scientific technique. Then the model for the urban area. In wireless communication, this model for urban area, also known as Okumura model, for being developed version of Okumura model, and it is the most widely used radio frequency propagation model for predicting the behavior of cellular transmission in built up areas. and this model incorporates the graphical information from the Okumura and it developed to further realize the effect of diffraction, reflection and scattering caused by the city structures. So this model has two more varieties for transmission in suburban areas and the open areas. This model predicts the total path loss along a line along a link of terrestrial microwave or other type of the cellular communication. Now the coverage of this model, the frequency is 150 to 1500 megahertz, mobile station antenna at 1 to 10 meter, base station antenna is 330 to 200 meter, link distance is 1 to 10 kilometer. So the particular version of this model is applicable to the radio propagation within urban area, and this model is suited for both point to point and broadcast transmission, and it is based on extensive empirical measurement taken. The PCS is another version extension of the Hatha model. Before going to the Okumura model, the Hatha model for the So this model for the summer area now, it is also known as Okumura model for being a developed version of the Okumura model. So it is the most widely used model in the radio frequency propagation for predicting the behavior of cellular transmission in the city outskirts and other rural areas. And this model incorporates the graphical information from Okumura model and develop it further to a better suit the need. This model also has two more varieties for transmission in urban areas and open, and this model predicts the total path loss along a link of terrestrial microwave or other type of the cellular communication. So it is a function of transmission frequency and the average path loss in the urban areas. Then the Okumura Earth model, it is an empirical formulation of the graphical path loss data provided by Yoshi Hisa Okumura, and it is valued from 150 megahertz to 1500 megahertz. It is basically a set of equations which is based on the measurement and the extrapolation from the curves derived by Okumura. So, though based on Okumura model, the Atma model does not provide the coverage to the whole range of the frequency, which is covered by the Okumura. So, it does not go beyond a 1500 megahertz, while Okumura provides the support for up to 1920 megahertz, and it is suited for both point-to-point and broadcast communication, and covers the mobile station antenna height of 1 to 10 meter. Base station antenna height is 30 to 200 meter, and link distance from 1 to 10 kilometer. So the computation line, as only 4 parameters are required in the Hatha model. So as the computation time is very short, this is an advantage of this model. So the model neglects the terrain profile between the transmitter and receiver, that is, hills or other obstacles between the transmitter and receiver are not considered, and this is because both Hatha model and Okumura model, the assumption that the transmitter would normally be located on the hills. So for macrocellular network, it is good fit for the distance greater than 1 kilometer. Practical use in cellular network planning, it is extended to cost. Then this diagram shows the scenario for the Hatha model. So here d is the distance between the transmitter and receiver. Now the channel estimation, it is an important technique which is especially in the mobile wireless network system, where the wireless channel changes over time and usually caused by a transmitter and or receiver being in motion at a vehicular speed. So the mobile wireless communication is adversely affected by multipath interference, which resulting from the reflection from the surrounding and such a reliability and high data rate at the receiver. So the system needs an accurate estimate of the time varying channel. Furthermore, the mobile wireless system are one of the main technologies which is used to provide the service such as data communication voice and video with quality of service for both mobile user and the knowledge of the impulse response of the mobile wireless propagation channel in the estimator is in acquiring important information for testing, designing or planning wireless communication system. The Okumura model for the urban areas is a radio propagation model that was built using the data collected in the city of Tokyo, Japan. So the model is ideal for using in cities with many urban structure but not many tall blocking structure. Okay, so the model served as a base for that model, and the Okumura model was built into three modes: the one for urban, suburban and open area. And the model for the urban area was built first and used as the base for the others. Now the frequency for this Okumura model, the coverage is that the frequency is 150 to 1920 megahertz. The mobile station antenna height, it is between 1 meter to 10 meter. The base station antenna height is between 30 meter and 1000 meter, and the link distance is between 1 kilometer and 100 kilometer. So the Okumura model is considered to be among the simplest and best in terms of accuracy in path loss prediction for mature cellular and land mobile radio system in cluttered environment. It is very practical and has become a standard for a system planning in modern land mobile radio system in Japan. So the major disadvantage with the model is its slow response to rapid changes in terrain. Therefore, the model is fairly good in the urban and suburban areas, but not as good in rural areas. So common standard deviations between the predicted and measured path loss values are around 10 dB to 14 dB. So these are some of the points. These are the 2 points which you have to remember. So the channel estimation is based on the training sequence of its bits and which is unique for the certain transmitter, which is repeated in every transmitted burst. So the channel estimator gives the knowledge on the channel impulse response to the detector, and it estimates separately the CIR of each burst by exploiting a transmitted bits and corresponding received bits. So the signal detector must have a knowledge concerning the channel impulse response of the radio link with the known transmitted sequence, which can be done by a separate channel estimator. A modulated corrupted signal from the channel has to be undergoing the channel estimation using LMS, MLSE, MMSE, RMS, etc. before the demodulation takes place at the receiver side. So the diagram for this is given here. This is a block diagram of the channel estimator. It consists of source, channel encoder, modulator, multipath channel, then receiver filter. Again it is given to the detector, and then finally to the channel decoder. Okay, the next part will be continued in the next lecture. Thank you.